So, remember how we said we were going to the Scottish Highland Games? Alright, here goes.
Make some noise, here we go.
Yeah?
I mean,
Yeah.
if I'm gonna eat meat, I'd rather recognize it.
In true Xenia fashion, Xenia found the one person at the festival wearing a shirt about a homestead convention and struck up a conversation.
Then, just to ensure that none of our heritage felt neglected, we ate dinner at a delicious German pub.
We looked forward to getting home after a long, busy weekend away to check on the homestead. Okay, we've got an update for our back garden. We know it's late in the year, so it's going to be difficult for some plants, and the pollinators are kind of dying off. But we have some modest success. We have gotten a few cucumbers and a couple other cucumber candidates that got eaten by caterpillars. This little scenario, we've still got about 3 cucumbers that might come to something. We can get them before the caterpillars do. They're really small right now, so I'm hoping they'll grow a little bit more. Downy mildew struck. That's why, one reason why there's so few leaves on this. We have tried a milk spray, but it's probably kind of late in the game. We removed a lot of the leaves. Doesn't seem to have really impacted the health of the plant. It looks like we've still got some mildewish leaves that are, it's probably just going to get worse from here. So that's kind of sad. We had the same problem with the cantaloupe, which are next to it. They did not survive the pruning of the leaves nearly as well. One of them is basically, I mean, I think it's completely, we could just write this. Actually, there were 2 plants in this little section. They both seem, they're not completely dead, but I don't think anything's going to come of them. This one here, we've had a few more leaves left on it. Don't see anything happening as far as flowers, and it had been flowering before. Zucchini, looking really sad, and I mean, see how overrun with weeds they are, but the plants have always seemed to be thriving just fine, and they've been flowering like crazy for, I mean, probably literally months now. Nothing ever pollinated them for whatever reason, and can't quite figure out why. I would think it was just a pollinator problem, except that we do have things that are being pollinated very clearly. Tomatoes. Got several tomato plants over here, and they've been flowering on and off. And here again, if it had been a pollinator problem, then I wouldn't expect to see some of these results that I'm seeing. I was just happy just now to come out here and finally see the first bit of progress here. We got a few tomatoes on our largest, healthiest plant. I hope that showed up on the video. And that makes me happy. We've got about what four or so little tomato sprouts, little tomatoes. So if we get 4 tomatoes off of it, well, glory to God for that. Little fellows right here. Some tomatoes off of these things. We got these little stragglers back here. That little thing has gone. This one may have something eventually. This one here already has some flowers on it. Who knows? But we did plant some lettuce. Has yet to show any intention of sprouting. We're hoping to get one little bit of lettuce before the frost. But the frost is quickly approaching. We have pretty much decided that the back garden experiment is concluded, and we no longer find it viable. One of the biggest reasons is the time of day. It's about 4, and if you can see, it's all shaded back there in that area. There's not a lot of sunlight, and we've already been talking about the possibility of raised beds. No sense in building raised beds back there when they're not going to have any sunlight. However, this front garden, which we started early in the summer, springtime, somehow or another, look at how ugly this little raised bed thing is. But here we are, months into this, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4-ish, 5, 6, at least 6 here. Little guy here, and the big guy here. A lot of cantaloupe, doing just fine over here on the front garden. And also, we've got tomatoes continuing to grow on this, and several healthy jalapenos still happening in the jalapeno section. So our thought right now is to build a few raised beds here in the front area, and we'll go from there, and maybe leave the backside for chickens. So we'll try that, I guess.
We ordered an Instant Pot that can better accommodate our family.
So despite quarreling kids, we took this opportunity to unbox it. Yeah.
Hi, welcome to our channel.